just because something is not your experience does not mean that it's not somebody else's experience. And don't dismiss it. Don't sweep it under the rug just because it's uncomfortable. I believe in the transfer of knowledge, of people understanding each other, because the only way you can do that is listen. That's what we need in these times. So. Growing up in the country, in a small town close to the coast in Texas, it was always about going fishing and going outside and taking long rides through the countryside and seeing different parts of nature. My dad always instilled in me, my cousin, and just in our family, it's always been a main staple that you take care of the planet, you take care of your environment, where you're at, where you live at. When I was in Detroit, I was working as a emission certification engineer at General Motors. First person in my family to graduate with a mechanical engineering degree. I'm gonna celebrate. So we get certain discounts on vehicles. So I went and bought myself a brand new, nice truck. But there's still the things that come with having nice vehicles and being a black person. I was riding with a few of my friends, two of which were black and one was Puerto Rican, but he was white passing. And we got pulled over by the cops. And the cop comes up to the window. He looks inside first and he steps back, looks around, walks around the truck, see who's in there. And then he comes back to my window and I roll the window down and I say, "Can I help you, officer?" And he says, "Hey, nice truck you got here. Where you work at? Whose truck is this?" And I'm thinking to myself, well, hello to you too. Take this flashlight off my face. What is the problem? He said, "I asked you, who do you work for?" And then I finally say, "I'm an engineer at General Motors. I work on vehicles. This is my truck. Here's proof of insurance. Here's my driver's license. Here's all the things you need." He looks at it, doesn't even go back to his vehicle, and he just gives me back my information and my card and everything. And he says, "Okay, fine. Y'all be safe. Have a good night." There was nothing wrong. There was no need to stop. I've experienced that before while I was in Texas in undergrad. It was just because there were 4 black people in the car. We get pulled over. Some of us had do-rags on. Some of us had like full beards, hoop earrings, muscle shirts on, basketball shorts, like the typical things people think are negative when black people have them on. But we're literally just in a car, just riding and listening to music. "Where y'all going so damn fast out here?" Like with that voice, with that drawl. And I know that drawl too well. And in my mind, that tells me, oh, there's danger here. Oh my God, what's about to happen? It was like 9 o'clock at night. That's fine. That shouldn't matter, but it is. We have to worry about what time we travel. It's on a dark road, and 5 of us in the car. Nobody but us and this cop here. If something happens, nobody's ever gonna know. There's a countless amount of stories. These things happen all the time, and it's a systematic thing. In that situation, it went well, right? Well, we all came out alive. I was just reassured that it doesn't matter where I go in this world, because of the last 600 years of how things have been manipulated and how we've been conditioned to see black people as a criminal, as guilty of something without actually ever being guilty of something. And it is reassured those things. And it doesn't matter if I come from where I come from, go through school, be the person I become, have great mentors, have all these things going for me. Still, my skin, I can't leave it. So I still have to live that experience all the time. Be outspoken, be proud to be black, but don't be too outspoken. You can get shot and killed for that. I don't want to sound too radical or anything, but protests are like people being upset. People are tired of being nice, tired of being passive, tired of saying, "Hey, can you please stop killing us? Can you please stop treating me this way?" I would just like to walk down the street. Where I grew up is in Warden County. The counties are right by each other. So there's a town called Columbus, Texas. And there's a hanging tree in Columbus that is still there. And I remember the conversation my dad and I had about it. We went, he said, "Hey y'all, this is what a hanging tree is." And we said, "What's a hanging tree?" And I didn't understand, like, I kept asking questions like that. Why do they have to hang people? What's the point of that? Did they do anything? And he said, "No, son, this is part of what being a black man is in this world. because that's the way things are. Doesn't mean you have to like it, doesn't mean you have to put up with it, doesn't mean you have to abide by it at all. Being a black man, I'm very aware that I've been acknowledged as soon as I walk in the room. My voice is deep, I'm large, I have a presence when I walk in the room. I don't even have to open my mouth. I can understand, like, hey, y'all know I'm in here. And most of the time it's because of fear or because of some racist underlying things they have going on within themselves that they haven't unpacked, that they don't understand. But it's my life. I have to live that every day. I've lived it my entire life. I can be in an environment with anybody and understand and work with them. Everybody is oppressed to some degree by the same power structure that's up here. We all have things that we struggle with, all have the ways that we have to walk through the world. Let me listen to you. Let me understand you. And then I can say, oh, wait, I didn't know that about you. Let me change the way I think. The past 600 years I've told people that black people are not intelligent, they're less than, they're only here for entertainment, we're over-sexualized. I can continue to go on. Being black, like, there's a whole black experience, right, that we have to be raised about and talked about. I was raised to believe that the only person that's gonna really stop you from doing something, take away all the isms and the systems, the only person that's really gonna stop you from doing something is yourself. You're your own worst enemy. So get out of your way if you can control it. So anything you can't control, which are all the isms, all the things that plague people on this planet, but the things I do have control over that I can influence, change those. If you don't like your reality, change it. Work on that and fix it and make a better life for yourself.